on top of Mount Parker. It's one of the 52 with a view, and I have a goal to complete them. Behind me is Mount Washington. Now, climbing mountains is a goal that has been set. But I want us to think and reflect on the mountain climbers of the Bible. And the first one that comes to mind is Moses. Now, Moses was a mountain climber, and he began to climb mountains at age 80. Now, I want to finish my goal by the time I'm 80, but he was just starting out, and he continued to climb mountains to the very end. In fact, he climbed Mount Nebo and looked at the promised land as his last mountain climb. Now, what do we think when we think of Sinai? We usually think of the law, the 10 Commandments. But oh, there was so much more given to Moses on Mount Sinai. He met with God. Oh, and he had an experience where he saw his glory. He got a word from God right off that Israel was chosen to be a whole nation of priests. And when he first came down to ask the people, they said, "Oh, yes, we will." But next time he came down, they were worshiping a golden calf, and Moses was carrying the 10 Commandments, and he smashed them because they had already broken the law. But God is merciful. God is merciful, and he allowed Moses to climb that mountain again. He had to cut out the stones and carry those stones up, but he rewrote the law. But there's a time coming when it tells us that the law will be written on our hearts, and that day is now because of Jesus fulfilling the law. And when we receive Christ, he writes that law in our hearts. And that's how we know, how people know that we love the Lord. What does it say in the word? That they'll know because you love one another. And then it goes further and it says that you're proving you love for me if you keep my commandments. And we do keep his commandments, not because of necessity of, oh, I got to, but because of love. Because of the love of God that has been shed abroad in our hearts through Jesus Christ. So be blessed today. And whatever goals you have, natural and spiritual, keep climbing. Keep climbing. God bless you and make you a blessing.